Good morning. Happy Friday. I took the thumbnail for this video a couple of hours, about an hour and a half ago, before everything just started going this morning. And I'm pretty convinced that it's sweeps week in the soap opera of my life. And they're just really desperate to get their ratings up and really desperate to win those daytime awards. So they're just throwing all kinds of crazy stuff at me this morning. So I'm feeling a bit flustered, and I'm glad to have you guys in here and to be able to just be present so that my brain does not explode because I feel like my brain is going to explode today. I don't know why it's not showing me everyone's chat today. So, hello, Josh. Hello, Lucas. Okay, I think I'm good now. I think I got that fixed because I had it set differently for last week at the airport because it was a little bit different to navigate. But good morning for those of you that are new. I am Amanda. If this is your first live stream, welcome. This is just an opportunity for us to check in with our mental health, talk about what's going on, share our wins, share our struggles, ask questions, whatever the case is. We're just holding space for each other for our mental health. So Yusef's here, Warmos is here, Dean's here, Steve's here, James is here. Hello, hello. I'm so happy you guys are here. It feels like I just need to sit down with my friends right now and freak out a little. So thank you for holding space with me. I do want to say, as always, that if you are in a mental health crisis, please make sure that you're reaching out to a professional or to a crisis line. I am not a professional. Any insights or advice that I might give is just based on my experiences or the experiences of the people that I have helped and served, the people that I know. So please make sure that you're reaching out if you need help. If you want to make super sure that I see your comment, please use that super sticker feature. You can also use the super chat feature. Every single dime goes toward my mental health outreach. I also have 5 kitty headphones left. Those are the last 5 forever, and then they will be gone. So if you are wanting me to sign a pair of kitty headphones for you on stream, this might be your last chance to do so. We have those in blue, we have those in pink, and again, every single dime goes toward my mental health outreach. Those are $50 signed here live on stream. Aviation fan Ty, howdy, howdy. Casca, hey, what's up? So this morning was just one of those days where I woke up. I haven't been feeling really great for the last couple of days, and I haven't been sleeping super great because I'm not feeling good. So I got up this morning and I thought, okay, it's a really gorgeous day. It was still kind of windy. I could smell the rain. We had a surprise bit of rain last night, which was really fantastic. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go out on my porch because I've been doing that the past couple of weeks. I've been doing my meditation, my Duolingo, my gratitude inside. So I thought, oh my gosh, I can actually go out on my porch. I'm so excited. So I got there. I do that. I even add yoga, which I usually do a little bit later, but I did my yoga out on the porch. And I thought, okay, I'm going to get through this day. Everything's fine. I have some exciting things for the day. And then stuff just starts hitting me, just one after another. It's one of the cubs here in our community made an attempt this morning, and I obviously always just get hit really hard by that. It's very hard for me to know how hard some of this community is struggling because you guys are my friends. You guys are my pack, and it really hurts to know when you guys are struggling. Thank you, James. Mwah. And so that definitely hit me really hard. And then I've had several people reaching out to me that are in a really panicked state and their mental health is really being affected by the Roe v. Wade decision. And I want to be able to be available for them without getting sucked into that whole dramatic playing out of events. So I've been trying to be present and supportive for the people that need me in regards to that while still protecting my own mental health and protecting my own well-being. Then I get a bill for a medical thing that was supposed to be covered that was like $1,000. I'm just, oh my God, I can't do this morning. Then the big project that we've been working on is having issues and is delayed, and everything's just a shit show this morning, guys. It's just an absolute crazy shit show. And I feel like I'm finally starting to crack a little bit because it's just been it was a long week in general. Yesterday was a very emotional day for me. I just had some stuff going on that was very hard for me to process. And then today happens and I'm going, oh my God. So I went to the gym with Bryson. So that's some exciting news. That's my win for the week. That's going to be my mental health win for the week. I am so sorry, by the way, that the week just got caught up with me and I forgot to post the stuff over in the community for us to share our wins and do the snap cup. So if you want to use that super sticker function, I can save the wins that way, and then I can do snaps with any of you that use the super sticker function, because that was on me. That's totally on me. I appreciate you guys being patient with me and understanding that I'm just human and sometimes I forget things. But 3 days ago was Bryson's first time going to the gym. He got to go with me to the gym, and now he's very excited. He's motivating me to go. So it looks like I have a pint-sized gym buddy. So that's been really nice, because I've been still been active, and I've stayed with my daily yoga challenge that I set for myself for this year, but I hadn't been active as far as going to the gym or really going out and doing much, because I can't go bike ride and stuff right now. It's just way too hot. Thank you. Oh God, thank you, David. By the way, David, I am wearing that today because I definitely needed. David, for my recovery anniversary, got me it's a necklace, but I'm wearing it as a bracelet right now that says no half measures, and the other side says always proud. So I am wearing that today because I need the love. I'm burning the candle because I need the positive energy. So thank you, David. I appreciate it. But that is my win for the week, is I got back to the gym, and now I've got Bryson to go for the first time. He's very excited. So today was our third day in a row consecutively going, and I don't even have to fight him for it. So parenting win, he wants to go. So I've been very proud of that. So that's my win for the week. So Victor is out. We'll have to use a cane for the next few years, but I hope otherwise you're doing good. I'm happy that you're still here, and I hope that you have a really good recovery. Make it a fashion statement. You be like Gregory House and make it a statement. I like David's suggestion. Get one with a skull and wear a top hat. Yes, use it with style. Agreed. Oh, yes. So after this, speaking of style and everything, so after this, I thought, okay, I'm just going to give myself a little pedicure, like an at-home pedicure. James A. Janice finally came back on the Dead Meat channel, and I wasn't allowed to watch his first video coming back, because I promised my boyfriend, I promised Aaron that I would watch part of Stranger Things with him, and that was the first video that James comes back with. So I didn't watch that, but he released another one a couple of hours ago, and I'm going, oh my God, I need you, James. You don't understand how much I need this video this morning. So candle, bracelet, James, gonna do this. I'm gonna get through this, guys. I'm gonna get through this. And channel, community, people that love me, thank you. I know that I might seem a little off this morning. It's just because my energy is very all over the place. So thank you for being understanding and holding space for that. I will do my best to be present and check in with everyone as much as possible here. Oh, Victor says the hospital released me early because I showed good progress and I'm able to walk with a cane. That's such good news that you're progressing, that we're just giving you so much love. I'm not going to pretend it's me, but I like that you know that we're here and you can check it, and you have this community to build you up through this time, because I'm sure it is very difficult. This is Matthew Martin. I'm at work. I just had to let all my angels know I'm doing great. And July 1st is marking 7 months no alcohol. So snaps for Derek, not preemptive snaps. So I'm just going to do the Snap Cup song now and pretend that we're pulling things out of the Snap Cup as we progress through the chat this morning, because as I said, I just forgot to post it yesterday. I usually post it on Thursdays so everybody can put their wins in, but you guys' wins are so important to me, and I want to make sure that we get them in. And I know you guys probably enjoy having the little giggle of hearing me sing on YouTube, something I never thought I'd be doing. Snap Cup time, gather ye round, friends and foes together, united and bound. Pass it to your neighbor instead of blowing up, and you'll find harmony and love in a Snap Cup. All right, so now we can officially do snaps as we go. So snaps to Victor for progressing, for showing good progress and being able to get released early. Snaps to Matthew Martin for making it 7 months no alcohol. So many wins in the house. Makes me happy. I need to hear everybody's wins this morning. Carrie says, hi, Amanda. Hope you're well. Just to share a moment, I've come to an end of a toxic relationship that left me alone and separated me from my family. Yes, I live alone, a total solo existence. How does one go forward when it makes, no matter if I exist or not, if I left this world, no one would know it. Well, we would know and we would care. And I care if your light goes out. And just because this person that you were in a toxic relationship with, keyword toxic relationship, they didn't see your worth, they couldn't see your worth, but that doesn't make you any less worthy. That doesn't make you any less valuable. There's plenty of very successful people that have been in these situations. And please feel free to share what you went through, what feelings you had as you traversed through the relationship, and as you, it sounds like, are now getting out of. You've come to the end of a toxic relationship. I'm so proud of you for bringing that to an end, because that takes a lot of strength, and I'm proud of you for having the strength to let it end, whether they ended it or whether you ended it. You let it end, let it go, let it end. And it's going to take a little bit of time to see your worth again, because when you are in a toxic relationship, when you are in a toxic situation, these people tear you down. They might make you think that they're building you up, but they tear you down over time. And it's just like a drip, drip, drip. So you don't see it because you don't think about a drop of water, right? But then you wake up one morning and you're completely friggin' drowning and you don't know how you got there. You will be able to swim. You will be able to get to shore, I promise. And I think that it's important to just take time to reconnect with the things that bring you joy outside of a relationship. Reconnect with the things that you love about yourself. And this might be weird, actually, but I stopped wearing headbands for a long time through previous relationships, because I was kind of mocked for it, that, oh, little kids do that. That's not something that adults should do. So I stopped wearing it. As David knows, I stopped wearing my, what's now called the blue crystal or blue sky eyeshadow, because I had a partner that told me it looked stupid, told me that it was juvenile, that it looked ridiculous. And once I kind of freed myself from that, I could start expressing myself in those ways again. So think of little ways that you can start expressing yourself in ways that connect to you. And it's okay if right now you're just not feeling like you, or you are feeling a little worthless. That's normal, because these people do aim to tear you down. And now it's time to start building yourself back up, and just know that you have a community here that's going to help you and be there for you through this process. But you are amazing and wonderful and worthy. And I don't care what this person says. Don't take advice from somebody you never would have asked from in the first place. But snaps to you for getting out of that situation, Carrie. I would also suggest, you said you live alone. I would also suggest just finding some things that can get you out of the house, be it a yoga class or maybe a cooking class, or just a meetup of some kind, just to kind of connect with other people that are going to treat you with the respect you deserve. Thank you again, James. You're so sweet. I adore you. Thank you. Aviation fan says, I don't have any wins, only loss, living in a horrible body like mine. I hate having a male body. I really do hate it. I'm really sorry that you're feeling trapped in a body that doesn't feel like yours. That can be very frustrating. I can only imagine what that must feel like to you. But I do think that there are ways that you can, as we were saying, be expressing yourself in a way that more aligns with you. Or if you're looking for options to transition or to live a more authentic life, we would be happy to explore those with you, because everybody should have the right to feel comfortable and confident in their own body. But I do think you have a win, because you said you're living. And you might feel like you're living in a body that doesn't align with you, but you're living, and that gives you an opportunity to find ways to express your outer self in a way that matches your inner self. And if you weren't living, you couldn't do that. And you have the awareness of what it is that's troubling you, that you might need to put some focus into. So you have the awareness. That's also a win. It's just having the awareness of what it is you need to focus on, so you can start reflecting on solutions. So snaps to you for having that awareness and for being honest. Thank you for being honest with us about that. I know that that's not always an easy thing to talk about, but this is a safe space and an accepting space to all people from all different walks of life. So thank you for sharing that. And I really hope that you can find ways to express yourself, your true inner self, in whatever way resonates with you. Thank you, Erin. It's okay. You missed the song, Erin. You missed the song, but thank you anyway. Mwah. Of course, Ernie. Ernie's saying, thanks for chatting with me and allowing me to show you my daughter with the same name. So, Ernie has a beautiful daughter in heaven whose name's also Amanda. And I am just honored to be able to honor her through her namesake. So I have pledged, I have said that I will do my best to do her namesake proud. So I just wanted all of you to know that too, in case anyone's wondering what that is about. Aviation fan David says, to Aviation fan, have you found support groups for people in your situation? I can offer support, but I don't truly understand your situation. I would highly suggest Trevor, the Trevor Project, because they have a live chat and a live text option for individuals who might be in similar situations with you. And the crisis counselors will be able to direct you to resources and be able to talk you through some of these thoughts that you're having, these feelings that you're having in regards to your body and feeling like it doesn't align with who you are. So that would be my suggestion, is reaching out to someone at the Trevor Project. They really are great in helping individuals with similar situations, with similar challenges, who are facing similar challenges. And you're not bothering anyone, my love. I see that you said no point bothering anyone about it. You're not bothering anyone. There are so many people, be it myself or be it the individuals, they're all volunteers over at the Trevor Project that really do want to help, because we care whether or not your light goes out. We care whether or not you're feeling authentic, whether or not you're feeling empowered, whether or not you're feeling like you have the ability to make the choices to live your most authentic life. So you're not bothering anyone. We sign up for this because it's what we want to do, and because we value you and we care about you and we see your worth even when you aren't able to. So before we go into the chat, I did want to share some good news for the morning. As always, we always share some good news. David was nice enough last week to share some with us since I was at the airport. And yes, I will be talking about that experience here in probably the second half of the chat. But I wanted to share a little bit of good news from around the world, because, I mean, we got some crazy stuff going on. Am I right? Some really crazy stuff. So the EU plans to have use of pesticides in milestone legislation to restore ecosystems. Proposals, the first in 30 years to tackle catastrophic wildlife loss in Europe, include legally binding targets for land, rivers, and sea. For the first time in 30 years, legislation has been put forward to address catastrophic wildlife loss in the EU. Legally binding targets for all member states to restore wildlife on land, rivers, and the sea were announced today, alongside a crackdown on chemical pesticides. This makes me really happy. In a boost for UN negotiations on halting and reversing biodiversity loss, targets released by the European Commission include reversing the decline of pollinator populations and restoring 20% of land and sea by 2030, with all ecosystems to be under restoration by 2050. The Commission also proposed a target to cut the use of chemical pesticides in half by 2030 and eradicate their use near schools, hospitals, and playgrounds. This is such good news to me, because there are a lot of side effects to the use of chemical pesticides, be it with the environment, be it with our mental health. There is an increase in farmer suicides to farmers that are exposed to a lot of pesticides. And when you think about it, if you spray a bug with pesticide, what happens? It kind of thrashes around. Think about when you spray a bug with rain, it thrashes around. That's what happens to us, but on a smaller level. So that's what's happening to our systems, but on a smaller level. And that's not what you want to be happening to your nervous system. So I think that that is great. And I hope that that other areas follow suit. I hope that this is a thing that we all start adapting, so that we're reducing our exposure to toxins, because it affects everything from fertility to mental health to the environment, which is going to cause respiratory problems when it's affecting our access to clean air. It causes so many issues. It's a huge snowball effect, and there's so many different things that it affects. So I just thought that that was really awesome, that there are areas and there are initiatives being put into place to address that. So that was really good news to me. Roberto ZC says, hi, Amanda. Dealing with suicide survival is not an easy thing. Happened to me. I spent 3 days taking a bunch of pills and nothing happened. Nothing. Not even a small liver damage. Nothing. It's because something just like I had something there with me. I think that in some way or another, we all have these energies that protect us in different ways or that try to give us signs in different ways that we are meant to be here, that we are meant to keep fighting. And sometimes it is a fight and sometimes it is a challenge, but against all odds, a lot of us are still here. And I think that there's a huge reason for that. I think that that's very telling. And I'm not a religious person, but I do believe in energy, and I do believe that there's some kind of energy out there that wants to protect us. I think that by nature, the universe wants to protect us. The universe wants us to succeed. And it's the limiting beliefs we have and the limiting thoughts we have that really keep us from connecting to that. And of course, some things that have happened through the course of the human experience, human history. There's some things that have unfortunately been put into place that make it a little bit more difficult. But I do think that at the end of the day, we're meant to survive, and the universe is has evolved to support us. I think that we just have to stop getting in our own way, both us as individuals and us as a human species. We have to stop getting in our own way and stop sabotaging that process. Luke Alone Production says, We Are Souls is very important for me because it helps me with my fight for better health. Every time when I watch it, I cry. This is the reason why I had requested it. I love it. I love that. There are definitely songs, movies, things like that, obviously, that really get to me emotionally and that really have helped me through difficult times. Okay, I feel my energy is starting to balance out a little bit more right now. So thank you guys for that. Oh, my candle's going out. Oh no. But I need you. I moved it and put it out more. So I have one little flame left, but that's all it takes, right? Is one flame. And then you can light the other flames with that one flame. Derek says, it's no coincidence. Just take it as a testament. This isn't how your story ends. And if you're staring down the barrel now, feeling like you'll never make it out, if you're waiting on, I think your message got cut off, Derek. But it's true. You could be staring down the barrel today and feeling like there's no hope and feeling like the whole world is crashing down around you. And tomorrow things can completely flip around, or you can influence things to completely flip around. My dad always said, he'd said it before, but it was the last real piece of advice I remember him giving was, don't give up hope because you never know what will happen tomorrow. Dan says, I miss good old-fashioned manure, right? I presume you're talking in reference to the pesticide issue. I'm good, Lee. Thank you for asking. Victor says, I realize that life is too short to be angry all the time. And after my accident, I was angry and I started to think, what would that solve? It's true. Being angry doesn't really solve anything, and it's based in fear. So anger is a response to us being afraid of something. We're afraid that someone is going to hurt us. We're afraid that someone's going to let us down. We're afraid to die. We're afraid that by forgiving someone, that it's going to give them permission to continue to treat us in the same way. Anger is fear-based. And once we can get to the root of what it is we're afraid of and address that, the anger starts to dissipate a lot more. Once we can address, how can I feel safer instead of feeling afraid? Tom says, not everyone is meant to be here, and I'm one of them. I disagree, because if you weren't meant to be here, you wouldn't be. And I know that it can certainly feel like that. It can feel like we lose our purpose, but I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're here on this planet. I'm happy you're here in the chat with us. And, I've seen quite a few people over the course of the last year who have definitely felt like that and felt like everything is just dark and abysmal, and that for whatever reason they're a mistake, or they they're just a glitch in the system, but you're not a glitch. Sometimes we kind of stray off of our paths, but that doesn't mean that we can't get back on it. And I've had the absolute humbling pleasure of seeing so many people that did feel like that coming out of that and then being able to help other people. So maybe sometimes we go through this pain because pain is inevitable in life and suffering is inevitable. And I think that some of us that are stronger go through it so that we can reach out and help other people. And we don't feel strong in the moment. Jeez Louise, I did not feel strong when I was going through the worst of everything. But now looking back, I thought I had these experiences because I would be the one in the end to be able to reach out and get through to other people and say, hey, I was there, I've been there, and I promise that there's another side to it. I genuinely do believe that everyone is meant to be here and nobody is beyond help or beyond healing. I don't think anyone is to a point where they're beyond that. If you're still here and you're still kicking, you can still make change. You can still heal. You can still find the other side to that darkness. Good morning, Damien. Oh, Warmoose says, I have about 2 weeks before I see a doctor about my mental health. Well, snaps to you. I think we did snaps already a couple weeks ago, but snaps to you anyway for making that appointment, for scheduling to see a doctor about your mental health. And I hope that it's everything that you need it to be able to start your healing journey. Edward says, I feel your energy balance, Amanda. It's like your caffeine high is faded. I do get really over the top energetic sometimes. It's just the way that my anxiety decides to portray itself, decides to process, is I can get incredibly energetic and it does seem like I'm high on something. And I've had people ask before, because I do have a history of cocaine addiction. I've had people that are concerned that I relapsed or something because I just get very high on life, high jittery, and it's just one of the ways that my anxiety chooses to present itself, that those symptoms choose to present themselves. Will Powered says, huge win for my wife and I after our miscarriage earlier this year. We heard our baby's heartbeat this week, and everything is looking like it should. I'm so happy for you guys. I know that was something really huge that you went through, and I know that pain. Really happy for you. So snaps for Will and wife and baby, and I can't wait to hear the updates on that. But I'm really, really happy for you guys. Really happy. I needed some kind of good news like that this morning. Cascus is something I pick up from Buddhist breathing meditation book I read. We likely experience pain in life, but suffering is optional when our attention thoughts is stuck in with that pain. I made a video about that not too long ago, about how we can choose whether or not to suffer just because we experience a painful situation in life. We choose whether to react or respond to that event. Derek says, I now have full control over my money. Even having family leaving me, it removes the negative stuff and leaves all the good. Life is beautiful, and so are all of you. That's awesome. That's huge to be able to have control over your money. Again, so snaps for that. It feels so crippling. It feels so crippling when you feel like you don't have a control of a major aspect of your life, and money can be a major aspect of your life, and it can really inhibit so many other things, the choices you make, and security in many ways, security of where you live, things like that. So I'm always happy to see people take their control back. So thank you for sharing that. Victor says, so my friend Mark is an Army Ranger and he went overseas this morning. Well, I hope that he is safe. I will be sending energy for his safe return. Francisco, hello. Hello, hello. Zebulon, I love it. Hello. Lee says, I got overheated and angry the other day, and it caused me to collapse. And now I'm recovering from a load of injuries, including minor concussion, whiplash, bruised ribs, pulled muscles in both arms. Please, guys, stay hydrated over the summer. I don't know where you're at. I'm in Arizona, and that's something that is very frequent here, is people overheating or dehydrating. So please, guys, stay hydrated. And we were just talking about anger and stuff. And I think the best way to deal with anger is really trying to pinpoint the underlying reasons of where it's coming from, that underlying fear of where it's coming from. Casca played a lot of World of Warcraft, and before that, Quake 3 Arena. You know, sometimes you just got to dive into the games to connect to that skill, you know, to that coping mechanism. Damien says, who was the guy you were with in the community post? Yes, okay. Change conversation. Fantastic. That was Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Gus Fring on the Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul series. And I got to meet him at Comic-Con last weekend. So last weekend I went to Dallas for Comic-Con. That's where I was headed. I did my Friday live stream last week at the airport, and I was headed to Dallas. So I got to meet Michael C. Hall, who plays Dexter, and a lot of the other Dexter cast. So I got to meet Dexter, Deb, Harry, Batista, technically Dokes. I don't think I actually met, oh my gosh, my brain, Masuka. I saw Masuka, but I didn't actually meet him officially. But that was cool. And then I got to meet Ric Flair. It was Father's Day, so that was very special. I got to meet Ric Flair in honor of my dad. He was one of the last surviving wrestlers that was on my bucket list. So that was really awesome to be able to honor my dad in that way. And then I got to meet Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Gus on Breaking Bad. So that was lots of fun. He passed on the box cutter to me, so kind of makes me his successor. So as I said in the post, you guys need to tread lightly, because I now have Gus's box cutter. Gus is training Amanda in how to make a business killing. Luke Alone Production says, damn, I respect Amanda. A major celeb flex. Yeah. Oh, I really just love to see all of the support in here. When you guys see one person struggling in the chat, you guys just jump in and really support each other. A-Web says, I'll cut you. I'll cut you, bitch. Yeah, don't mess with me. Carrie says, Amanda, if you have time someday, please try to watch The Poet and the Pendulum from Nightwish. That was actually one of my first reactions. David, if you don't mind, can you post the link for Carrie for my reaction to The Poet and the Pendulum? That one holds a special place in my heart, because I had this goal last year for Mental Health Awareness Month in May to reach 1,000 subscribers. So I just wanted 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours watch time so I could get monetized, which I didn't really care about getting monetized for the monetary gain, because most of my videos aren't monetized anyway, but it allows you to be seen in the algorithms and stuff. So I did this reaction. I did a Nightwish reaction, and my channel was sitting, it had been sitting at 700 and some odd subscribers for months and months on end, right? And I was watching every single minute, practically, not really minute, but every single hour of watch time, because I really just wanted to take that next step. And I had expressed the goal on the channel that I wanted to get monetized, and I did the Nightwish reaction, literally got monetized overnight. Literally woke up from 760 something subscribers to 1,300 subscribers and all of the watch time I needed. So I went from a few hundred hours of watch time to 4,000 literally overnight. I went to bed with this and woke up with this, and it was crazy. And I have such a special place in my heart for the Nightwish community because they came in and showed me so much love and support, and were very supportive of where I was in my mental health journey. And it's just so beautiful. I love that community. And I'd never heard of Nightwish before, so I got introduced to that. So thank you. And I hope that you enjoy watching that reaction. Casca says, might sound strange. I used to get irritated about being irritated or impatient. Over time, learned to be more kind to myself, accepting of those moments with in judgment and being kind when that failed. Not at all. It's not crazy at all or strange, because I would do the same thing. I would dysregulate, and I'd get upset with myself for dysregulating, and I'd have all this guilt, and then I'd be angry with myself, and I'd be irritated, and I would think I'm failing and I'm not doing anything right, and I can't control these emotions. And there was just so much that came with it, and I'm really glad I was able to do that. Going back for a second to the Comic-Con experience, I have to tell you guys about the Sean Carlo experience because it was the funniest freaking thing ever. And I got to share the positive stuff for the week to get that energy balanced out again. So I waited in line. He actually does interact with each of his fans for a pretty decent amount of time. Usually when you're at these events, you just kind of go up, you get your autograph or your selfie or whatever it is, and you get pushed along, and you get maybe 15 seconds. But he actually took the time to interact with each one of the people in his line. And for that reason, I waited about 2 hours in line, but I have so much respect for him for wanting to connect with each person and not just signing something and move along. So I waited pretty patiently, and I waited with a lot of respect for him. But so I finally get up to the front of the line, and I'm talking to his manager before I get over, and she asks me if I want to get anything signed. And I wanted to get a box cutter signed, right? So I had literally bribed the UPS guy downstairs at this convention. So there's a little UPS center. I bribed the UPS guy to give me a box cutter so that I could get Gus to sign it. And I get up there, the lady asks me what I wanted to get signed, and I said, I just do the box cutter. Obviously didn't have blade anything. So I said, do the box cutter. I've been really agonizing over whether or not to get the box cutter or the apron signed, because the apron was from Los Pollos Hermanos, and that's his business in the show, one of his businesses in the show. But I couldn't exactly bring a bag of meth to get signed, so nor would I even know where to get it. So I said, I've been agonizing for days over which one to get signed, but we're going to go with the box cutter. So I progressed up the line, and he had been right there. So I guess he had overheard, but he says, are you sure you don't want one of the more authentic ones, the green one from the show? I said, oh, that would be really awesome. And he just gave me a box cutter. He gave me this one and signed it and everything. And then he comes around so we can get that picture. And I said, look, my best friend is getting married, and her husband just looks like Nacho, or looks just like Nacho, who's one of the characters on Better Call Saul. And I need to put the fear of God into him so that he knows not to mess with my best friend, because I'm very protective of her. So I just feel like I need you to hand off your duties to me. I feel like you just pass on your wisdom and your protective nature, I suppose. Just pass that on to me. I don't remember the exact words I said, but so he literally passed on the box cutter to me, the power, I suppose, the power to me. So he's passing on his power to me. And he said, wait a second. I started to walk away. He said, wait a second. And he goes to sign my apron, even though I hadn't paid separately for another autograph. He goes to sign my apron. I said, oh my God, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I gave him a hug, and he goes to sign the bottom. And I'm not going to lie, when I walked up to his table, I was a little intimidated, because obviously the only connotation I really have of this man is him being a complete psychopath that says, I will kill your infant daughter, and shanking some guy to death. Sorry for any spoilers. Shanking some guy to death with a box cutter, and completely calm. So it was a little intimidating. And he's signing the bottom of my apron, and he puts his hand there to stabilize the fabric. He goes, oh, is that a piercing? Oh my goodness, that's a piercing. I said, yeah, that's because my belly button's pierced. And he goes, oh my gosh, and starts starts getting really giddy and kind of jumping up and down. And I'm just staring at him thinking, this is my life. This is my life. I just made Gus Fring fangirl. This is my life. It was so funny though. And I hugged him and I said, thank you again. And I pick up the box cutter off of the table that he had signed. I picked up the green box cutter and I go to walk away and then realize, oh, wait, I had put that box cutter in my pocket. So there happened to be another one laying right there. And as I turn around, completely goes Gus face. So anybody that watches Breaking Bad knows when he goes from that innocent, happy-go-lucky restaurant owner to psychopath, and just his face goes like, it did that. And I just kind of froze. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He goes, are you trying to steal from me? No, no, sir. No, I'm not. I tried to put it back, and obviously he was joking, but my heart literally stopped for a second. I put it back. I'm so sorry. And then he kind of chuckled so that I knew that he wasn't being serious, but my heart stopped for a second. So any heart problems I have in the future, we're going to blame Giancarlo for. But I'm thinking in my head, if I was to steal something from literally any place in this convention, you would be the last person that I would do it from. Not that I would ever do that, but if I was to steal something, it would not be from you. Absolutely not. So I just had to share that because it was a really fun experience. It was really funny. Yeah, Eugene says, don't forget he was a Moff in Star Wars 2. Say, I've never seen anything Star Wars ever in my life. So I actually only knew that because I think I brought this up a couple weeks ago, that I said, okay, I'm going to make it a day without any Breaking Bad references, nothing at all. 3 days in a row, every time I tried to make it a day, something would pop up. So I decided that I was going to watch the pitch meeting, the Ryan George pitch meeting for The Mandalorian, because I knew I was never actually going to watch The Mandalorian, and I needed my Ryan George fix. So I thought, you know what, I'll just watch the pitch meeting for it. Of course, Giancarlo is in that. I went, oh my God, I can't make it a day without some Breaking Bad thing. It really is an addiction at this point. See, Edward says, are you paid by Breaking Bad producers for all the advertising you give them? You would think. I wish I was, because I would be rich. I would be so rich. Damien says, I make Chewbacca sounds when I yawn. I had an ex made Chewbacca sounds. It was really weird. Is it bad that I recognize the MG Walter White had in the trunk in Breaking Bad? Nope, not at all. Oh, gosh. Luke Alone Production says, Amanda, I'm very sorry if I'm too imprudent, but can you please make a reaction for We Are Souls Fair? Can you please make a reaction? So any reactions, my Patreons get priority song requests, but you can make a pledge on here. So if you use that super chat feature of $50 or more, all of that goes toward my mental health outreach. But if you make a pledge, then that's how you get priority song reactions, one of those two ways. I do have a master list of the requests that everyone does, but it's really long at this point. I want to say it's literally 13 pages long of the requests that everyone does, just in comments and stuff. So I do keep a list of them, and I do jump in and do them as often as I can, but it is just a perk that I give for the people supporting my outreach projects. Be careful what you ask. Too much knowledge can be dangerous. I love it. JD says, well, got my car back after a $2,000 service. Ouch, but snaps for getting your car back. I'm happy that you pushed through that. Amanda should be a Breaking Bad promoter. I'll get my Jesse cut out to help me. Oh, since we do only have 20 minutes, just want to make sure if anyone does want to get one of the last 5 existing Amanda signed headphones, I do still have them in pink and blue. They light up, wireless. They're pretty amazing. Like I said, I will sign it here on stream. So there are only 5 left, and then they're gone forever and ever and ever. So if you did want to snag a set, make sure you use that super chat feature. Unfortunately, I am only able to send them in the US. I've been having some problems sending internationally. Everything I send either does not get there or takes a really, really, really long time to get there. So I'm only able to do it here in the US. I'm really, really sorry for that. But if anyone wants to get a pair, you can look over in the community community or on the Facebook page and see some of the pictures that people have been posting of themselves wearing the headphones they got. It's so amazing. It makes me happy. Very giddy. Forever and ever, amen, Damien says. Carrie, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you're feeling better, and please join us anytime. Stop by the channel if you're just needing a little bit of love and support. I will see you soon. Mwah. Edward says, where is the Korn/Aaron Paul video? Any luck with YouTube? Oh yeah, YouTube is just, oh. They took it down on a copyright strike, and I am fighting it, but it can take a while. Oh, JD requested Always by Killswitch Engaged. Is it Engaged or Engaged? I forgot. Killswitch Engage. Okay, Killswitch Engage. Yes, Killswitch Engage. Thank you for that. Wait, what did Edward say? Oh, Gus's trainer for her. I don't need her mad at me again. So yeah, David officially got fired when he did not tell me that there was this Aaron Paul music video that has Aaron Paul without his shirt on. And it's a very powerful music video about mental health. It was the Korn video, and I'm very sad that it has been taken down from my channel right now. There are a few videos that got hit with copyright strike. Sober by Tool was another one. That one got hit. Snuff by Slipknot got hit for a while, but I fought that one and got it back. What was the other one? There was another one last week. The country song that I did also got hit by a copyright strike. The Feel So Lonely one got hit with a copyright strike. So fortunately, it doesn't affect the channel, but if I fight it and I lose, it does. So I did fight Snuff because that was very important to several important people to me. And I am fighting the Korn one because that one was important to me and was very telling, very helpful to several people on the channel. So I'm very selective about the ones that I do fight for, because like I said, if I fight and I lose and it can be a strike against the channel, and 3 strikes and I lose the channel, and I as much as I want to be able to fight for every song that gets copyright struck. The Savage Garden one got copyright struck too, but many of them I can fight. Some of them I can't, and I do try my best, but I don't want the channel to be taken down, because I think us being here as a community is more important than one single song. So I can't fight them all. I wish I could. Scott says Snuff has been there for me several times. Edward says Korn Thoughtless has many other reactions with the official music video. Weird you got hit. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea why I got hit, but hopefully I'll be able to fight it. Casca says, I wonder if you ever did a video reaction to the band Wardruna featuring Aurora and their song Helvegan. I have not. I've actually only done one Aurora song, and I'm sure I will be doing more in the future, but I really liked her, and I will be trying to do more, so I will keep that one in mind because I have never heard that one. Oh, Damien says, I tried reaching out to Tom McDonald via DM for you. Don't think it worked, but worth a try. Well, thank you. I'm thinking maybe at some point, if enough of us email requesting the interview on the behalf of the channel, that we might be able to get him to do one. So I'm definitely going to be doing more Tom coming up because I miss him. I miss doing reactions to him. And I think that there's some political things I kind of want to dive into from a social aspect of it. I don't want to get involved on the political level, but I want to get involved in the social aspect of being able to help and support people who are struggling with some of these things. Like I was saying this morning, the Roe v. Wade situation, I don't want to get involved on a political level, but I do want people who are struggling with this news to be able to get the support and the love that they need during this time, because it is a major change for women, and change can be scary. It can be difficult. It can come with a lot of challenges, and we need to be respecting people regardless of what our beliefs are. We need to be meeting them where they're at and understanding, trying to be empathetic of the struggles that they're going through. Okay. David says, Amanda wanting to kill me. Yes, that is sensitive. You would miss me if I was gone because Edward says, sorry, I keep forgetting that the corn video is a sensitive topic for you. Oh, gosh. Corey Taylor does have great lyrics. Agreed. Aviation Fan says Savage Garden to the Moon and Back. If you haven't heard it, you need to. I have heard it. And I had done a Savage Garden song here for the reaction, but it got copyright struck, and I tried to contest it, because what happens is a video will get blocked and you have the right to contest it, and then they can either lift the block or they can maintain the block. So if they lift the block, then for the most part you're fine. They can choose to reinstate it later. But if they reinstate it, or if they don't lift the block, for you to continue to contest it puts the channel at jeopardy. Because at that point, if they say, no, this is actually copyright infringement and YouTube has to get involved, then it's a strike on the channel. So apparently, for some reason, Savage Garden wouldn't let me post a reaction either. Oh, Damien says, let's all start doing a campaign to get him on. I would really like to talk to him. I just think that I'd really like to, don't get me wrong, I love his music, but I really just want to be able to have a conversation with him about his experiences. And I know he does post pieces of it here and there, but I'd really just like to talk to him about his experiences with mental health and his experiences with addiction. I think his voice would be really great for a lot of the people here, very helpful and motivating and inspiring for a lot of the people here. So I think that's a great idea. Maybe we should do that. I want Amanda to do a Chad Gray interview. Chad is my Chester. Oh, I will look into that. Whoa, I just got blurry. Why did I get blurry? Je peux être flou. I'm sorry. I got blurry, guys. My camera decided to go all blurry for no reason. Tom's song Don't Look Down is a song responding to his haters, but there are mental health issues he discusses that remind me of you. Well, maybe that'll be the one I check out on the channel. I haven't decided which one to do. I've gotten a lot of requests for Tom videos. I really want to jump back into it and do another Tom reaction. So, oh my gosh, I think it's been a year since I've done a Tom McDonald reaction, because I think the last one was on my recovery anniversary last year, which was a year ago this month. Holy crap, time is flying by. I get misty-eyed every time I see you. That's why it's blurry. We're going to go with that. Everyone, anyone who just saw my video go blurry, it's just because you were tearing up for my amazing beauty. Your computer just can't handle it, so it decided to blur the image so that your eyes don't just bleed from awesomeness. We're going to go with that. I need to feed my ego this morning. That's not true. I don't need to feed my ego, but it feels like it. So we have about 10 more minutes here. If you want to get any questions in, you want to grab yourself a pair of kitty headphones, whatever the case is. We have about 10 minutes left. This flew by too. I just feel like I've had so much energy and trying so hard to get through it, through all of the symptoms of anxiety that are kicking up. That yes. Oh. For some reason, I had to approve Edward's one message. But yeah, thank you. That's all I need to say is thank you for holding space for me and for being here for me this morning. See, I have crap days too, where but it's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. But sometimes I kind of look at it as a challenge, that everything in the world is just falling on me right now. And it forces me to kind of look at the smaller things and connect with the smaller things and really try harder to fill my own bucket, because it's not anyone else's responsibility to do that. And as much as I would like for my boyfriend and my friends to do everything I need them to do at all times to fill my bucket, it's not on anyone else. And I kind of have to check in with that today and see how I can do that. And I realized that yesterday, and I didn't I didn't really stick to my guns, I suppose. I knew that last night I should have really been focusing on that, and I didn't. And my bucket wound up emptying itself. And this morning, now I have all these things happening. I'm going, holy crap, my bucket is just really empty right now, and I don't know. I don't know what to do, but I know I need to figure it out. And I know that I've got to really try to step it up on my own instead of freaking out that other people aren't doing what I want them to do, especially when I feel like it's a weird catch 22 because if you tell your friends, I've definitely been vocal to the people in my life about kind of what I'm needing. But I feel like if you say explicitly, I want you to do this thing, and then they do it, it doesn't mean as much because they're just doing it because you asked them to, not because it came from the heart, you know? So I feel like I do struggle with that a lot, that I want to ask for what I need from the people in my life, but then what I need is to not have to ask for what I need. And I know that nobody in my life is a mind reader, as far as I know. If you are, that's pretty cool. But I know that I have to find that peace in myself of filling my own bucket and not expecting other people to do that. And it's much harder when when you're in a relationship, or when you have friends that really want to be there, and you know that these people love you, and you know they want to support you and they want to be there for you, and you just don't know how to handle it. So I think I'm just going to, when I end the stream, I'm just going to go watch my James A. Janice video, and probably just have a little bit of water, and I don't know what else after that. Bryson, we started this new routine where each morning we each get to choose 2 or 3 things that we want to do with the other person. So that way it doesn't turn into, we always get to do what you want to do. It's, okay, he gets to choose 2 things, and then I get to choose 2 things. So I know he wanted to do Mario Kart today. He wanted to play Mario Kart. I don't know what the other thing is, but I've been reading with him different books. Right now we're reading a book that was written by Paramahansa Yogananda's brother, and it's kind of an extension of Autobiography of a Yogi. And he wanted to read Autobiography of a Yogi. It's something he wanted to do at the beginning of the year. That was a goal for himself, but it's not written in a way that a child can really understand. But this book's written in a much lighter way. So Autobiography of a Yogi can be quite heavy, a very, very good book. And it really gave me a lot of insights I didn't have. So I love it, but it's just a bit heavy for a child. So this one is a lot lighter and a lot easier to digest. And then maybe in a couple of years we can move to autobiography. But that's my thing, is I want to do that, and I want to work on writing a story together. So we're just kind of writing little fun stories together, and that's what I wanted to do for the day. So that's been kind of good though, because then we both get to do things that we want to do. So it doesn't feel like it's getting completely overwhelming. Oh, Eugene says, my daughter has been struggling this past week with recurring nightmares and urges to hurt herself, but she soldiered through. I'm proud of her, but scared. I think the fact that you are scared means that obviously you love her, and that you're going to try and be there for her in the best way possible. My suggestion is, for sure, reinforce that you're there for her, but don't make a big deal out of it. Don't, oh my God, baby, please don't do this, please. If you panic like that, then it shuts off their openness to really talk to you and share this darkness and these things with you. Thank you, JD. Thank you so much. But just be there for her and allow her to talk, and validate her, and ask, is there something that's really overwhelming you right now? Is there something that I can help take off your shoulders? Really understand the reason behind this, and see if you can do anything to help, but also don't obsess on helping. Focus on her feelings. Really focus on making sure she feels heard, and she feels like her struggles are valid, and that she's only doing this because she's only having these urges because she doesn't know how else to cope. So just listening to her about the nightmares and helping her through them in any way you can, seeing if there's maybe some reason that they're popping up, if you can help with that, but just really listen to her and understand that she doesn't want to hurt herself any more than you want her to hurt herself. It's just that she needs other skills to be able to cope with the immense stress or the immense anxiety symptoms that she might be having during this time, the immense depression symptoms that she might be having during this time. I do agree with Aviation Fan also that making access to items that she could hurt herself with more difficult might be helpful as well. I just told her I loved her and hugged her because you're a great, great person and a great parent. Oh, just some awesome persons in the house. It's been really hot to be working outside all day and at the same time teach 2 new guys the job. It's going great, so I'll probably be better and less busy in a bit. Awesome. Cool. Kudos to you for pushing through the heat. I'm a wuss. I'm a weenie when it comes to heat, and I live in Arizona. It's okay, Kay Duncan. Hello. Eugene says, I also told her I used to have similar recurring nightmares when I was her age. The whole reason I despise Frozen is because of a recurring nightmare I had for months in response to my miscarriage, and it was friggin' traumatic. So now I've been working through that, and I still get irritated when I see Frozen stuff, but it's not as much of that heart racing, panicked feeling. But I also had recurring nightmares for years and years about the house I used to live in. So I can say that recurring nightmares can be terrifying because you don't want to go to sleep because you're afraid that you're going to have it again, but you don't want to not sleep because then your anxiety symptoms are going to be kicked up during the day. So it can be a very challenging thing to navigate, but really, really possible so long as you have the proper support, and the proper measures in place to mitigate it the best you can. And yes, it does look like we are near the end. So we just have a couple more minutes. Oh no, Aviation Fan, you're fine. You're fine. That is what we are here for, is to have these conversations. So no need to apologize ever, ever. Oh gosh, her recurring nightmare was about Michael Myers killing everyone she loves. Is this my first question with this? And this will be the last answer before we end here. But my first question with this is this a response to her watching something Michael Myers related, or does Michael Myers represent something else to her? Because I have actually had Michael Myers nightmares and I've never watched an actual Halloween movie. I've watched some CinemaSins for them, I think, or something, but I was never scared of Michael Myers and I never watched Halloween movies. But all of a sudden I started having these nightmares about Michael Myers, and they're not recurring, but it was really freaky. So I would question whether or not she is watching them or whether or not that represents something else for her, because clearly she has this fear perhaps of losing her family. That would be the underlying message I'd get there. She's having a fear of some outside factor she has no control over taking her family. That's why I would be having dreams like that. But everyone's dreams are different, and it can all be interpreted 1,000 different ways. So it really depends. But I've had nightmares from things that I've watched, and it's nothing more than just I watched this disturbing imagery and now my brain is trying to process it. Legally Blonde, but not Halloween. Casca says, as far as I can recall, I never had full-blown nightmares. You're lucky. Well, that hour went by really fast. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for giving me some positive energy this morning. It was a hard morning, but I got through it. If you're having a hard morning, you'll get through it. If you're having a great morning or you're having a great day, keep on going. But thank you so much for being here and just holding space for the community, holding space for us to have conversations about our mental health. That is what we should be doing. And it's not always a rainbow and sunshine type day. So with good, bad, and crazy, we're always here. Till next time, till next week. I love you guys so, so, so much.